Anyway, do you know what? I found myself missing recently that I never thought I'd miss?
What?
American portion sizes. So.
Okay, I want to hear this story.
Yeah, so I went to eat at an Italian restaurant yesterday. And here's the thing about Japanese portion sizes, right? Obviously, they're smaller than the rest of the world.
This feels like an AI-generated conversation.
Is it?
From Trash Taste Conversations. Yes, go. Yeah.
It is.
If you fed every episode of Trash Taste into an AI,
let me talk. Let me just start with the most AI-generated trash taste topic I could think of, which
go
is
for it.
just
food.
Yeah, just food.
Yeah.
Just food.
So we've complained the portion sizes are too big in America.
Yeah.
And now we're complaining they're too small here.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Go ahead.
It's not that they're too small. So, you know how it is when you go to a Japanese restaurant. Some Japanese restaurants give you like good portion sizes, right? Yeah. But if it's not Japanese food, then they are way smaller than what you can expect in other countries.
I'll agree with that.
Especially Italian food, and especially pizza. Like, I don't know what it is about Japanese pizzas, but like large size in Japan is like medium to small size anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So me and Sydney go to this Japanese restaurant, and we wanted some pasta or pizza. Well, I was a fat ass, so I wanted both. You know that feeling where you kind of want two dishes at once,
Yeah,
but they're like two mains,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yo, Sydney, instead of like ordering starters, do you wanna share a pizza with me as a starter, and
Yeah.
we'll just have that as a starter,
Yeah.
and then we'll have pasta afterwards.
I'll start with a tub of lard for my appetite.
Followed up with a tub of butter.
Yeah, so basically, in any other country, I don't think I can get away with this because the pizza would be too big. But in Japan, I was like, this is a country I can get away with ordering a pizza as a starter.
Yeah.
And so the waitress comes over, and we order the pizza, and she's like, okay, waiting for us to get to the other mains. And then we go, can we order 2 dishes of the large size of the pasta? Because even the medium size of the pasta is small as fuck.
Yeah,
right? We need to order
compared to America.
Yeah, compared to America.
Yes.
And she's like, excuse me? who's the 2 pastas for? And it's like, oh no, can we have the pizza as a starter? So you can bring out the pizza before the mains. And there was like, but she was like, and she looked at the pizza and she's like, but that's not a starter. Are you sure you want this? And then we go, yeah, we're sure. And then she goes off looking confused, and then we see her talking to the manager. She literally talks to her manager, and then she has this panic look on her face because obviously we're two foreigners in a restaurant that's full of Japanese people. She comes back over and she goes, I know it's Mima-san, and she's like, can I just confirm with you the order, just so you understand, the pasta by itself, the large size, is normally shared between 2 people. And you ordered 2 of them. So the portion sizes that you ordered would be normally for around 3 to 4 people.
And then you just slowly went, yes.
And we just went, yes, it is. We are sure. We understand what we have just ordered.
Thanks for confirming that we're a bunch of fat asses.
You got the real Matt Stoney ordering experience.
Yeah.
So she brings all the pizza, and then she brings over the pasta. And me and Sydney both fucking destroy this pasta. Even though this is the large size, I'll be honest, it didn't actually fill me up.
No, yeah, of course.
Here's my like in Japan, right?
Yeah.
That's how you visualize it. I feel like when I order a large pasta, I can always pick up all of the pasta in one hand.
Yeah.
It is like a perfect fist.
If I can pick it all up with one hand, you have not given me enough pasta.
Yeah.
And I'm always tempted. I'm like, I just want to, this is what you think is enough to feed me? I'm like,
yeah, and so like we finish it. There's not even like a drop of sauce left on this bowl, right? And she comes back over and she looks at our empty bowls, and she's just like, I see you enjoyed the pasta. And I was just like, oh God, I feel your judging eyes, okay? I feel them, okay? Don't judge me anymore, all right?
She wasn't even like subtle about it. She might as well have just been like, so how many days has it been since you haven't eaten?
Yeah. And then she takes them away, and then she comes back over and she's like, would you like any dessert on top of that? I'm like, no, okay? I'm a fat ass, okay? You can say it, okay? I get it, okay? We're fat asses, okay? Okay, you don't need to say anymore. I don't want dessert, okay?
Like, shit, son, you want some fucking dessert with that?
Just give me the bill, okay? Just give me the bill. I get it, okay? I get it. I'll just cry. I'll just go home and cry.
I gotta say,
No, I was about to say, like, I feel my personal experience with eating, like, Italian food, like pizza or pasta in Japan, is that it's either way too little or way too much.
Yeah.
There's
And
no
always
perfect.
the too much is shit.
And
Yeah.
it's
like,
yeah,
it's
the
bad
too much is
pasta.
always shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
bad
yeah.
pasta.
It's like, no.
Well, if it's the too much, they give you like 90% pasta and 10% sauce. So it's like mostly just raw pasta, and there's just like 0.1% coating on each pasta sauce or
it's
something
like
like
essence
that.
of sauce.
Personally, I think going back to what you were saying earlier, that when you say something in Japan that isn't the normal system that they have of, like, say, dining or whatever, it's so frustrating in Japan.
Yeah.
It's like you can see the error codes in a debugging menu. when you say something where
Yeah.
they're like, "What? You want a main to come out before another main? Are you?
Yeah.
What is
on top of ordering two
It's-
extra large
it's like,
mains?
It's like if you explained this in any European country, maybe they'd be like, "Are you sure?" Like, whatever. But it would get done, right? Like,
Yeah.
In America, okay, we get it. Sure, okay, we'll bring it up first. But like in Japan, it's like it's like you've asked if you could like wed their daughter. On the the reaction they give
Yeah.
you is so weird. Like,
Yeah,
it's
they need time to think about it.
it's just and again, it's that whole thing of like, it's the panic. It's like, why are you panicking?
Because in Japan, when they train employees like that, it's just like by the book.
Yeah.
And if there's anything that's an exception to that book, then it's just first reaction, immediately panic.
Yeah.
Ask
Yeah,
the
and
manager.
it's
It's like,
like-
bro, it's not that deep.
I'm like, in my head, I'm just confused at what thoughts are going through the head that their first response is, what the fuck? they're freaking out.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know why they think like, oh, is this allowed in this establishment? Like, yes,
Or like
yes,
they
it's
think-
allowed.
Or they think at some point that we're going to be frustrated or annoyed at them, and it's like, no. If you can't do it,
Yeah.
you can't do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to throw a fit, but like I feel like I violated some law or I've done something wrong when they start freaking out.
I
And
think what
feel
it
like, oh, I'm
is-
sorry, I didn't want to cause trouble. I just
Yeah.
wanted my pasta before my pizza. I'm so sorry.
I'm trying to muster up all of my like Japanese side to like try and figure out
Yeah.
what the thought process of it is, and I think, big air quotations, I think what it is that they don't want this idea of like miscommunication.
Yeah,
I understand
I
that.
understand
I-
that.
They're
Yeah,
just
I know
like, they're
that's
like,
what it
are you
is.
sure this is what you want?
Yeah.
Because we don't want to, make all this shit. We don't want the chef to go all this through this hardship.
Yeah.
Bring it out, and then you go, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah.
I understand. I can understand that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to the point where it would drive you to have a little bit of a momentary panic about it, I feel like, come on.
Well, because I think the blame is going to be pushed on the waiter, right?
But I mean, maybe they've had some bad experiences, that waiter. I don't.
yeah,
know.
sure.
I can't. I don't know what they've lived through.
Right.
No.
I don't know where they've waited. you
Yeah,
know?
did they serve Papa John or something?
I don't.
I want 30 pizzas.
It's like,
So are you sure about that?
and it's the whole other thing, and you'll get this a lot in Japan, right? And
Right.
this is a question that will happen if you're eating lunch, only lunch.
Mm-hmm.
You go to lunch, right?
Right.
You order. Again, let's just say a pasta. You order a pasta.
It's always pasta.
Yeah.
Let's say you order the pasta and you want to drink with it. You want a berry smoothie or a
Yeah.
coffee, whatever you want. I don't know why I said berry smoothie. You order
Bougie
it
motherfucker.
every single time, and this will happen in Japan, right? So if you're coming here and you don't know, they'll ask you,
Yeah.
and they'll say it in Japanese, obviously. They'll be like, "Do you want the drink before or after your meal?"
Yeah.
And I've always found this really odd because in any other country, you don't get it after the meal. That doesn't happen. So I've always
never understood that.
been confused by this concept, and the default is after. So
Yeah.
if
I
you
think,
don't,
I think though it depends on the drink, right? If it's a coffee, I would understand why they would ask it, right? Because it's to a Japanese person, drinking a coffee with a full-on meal is a bit weird.
why is that weird?
it?
Yeah, in Japan it is.
I don't understand this concept of why I would, if I'm ordering a coffee now and I'm ordering
Yeah.
my food now,
Yeah.
that should tell you that drinks always come first.
Right.
Yeah,
Always.
I did notice that because I'm like, every time I ordered a coffee, I'm like, always I want the coffee first.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Right,
Every
right.
single time you order a drink anywhere in the world, the drink always comes first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think in Japan, the idea of coffee is that it's like an after meal drink.
Yeah.
Kind of like, like tea or, some other, not exactly like refreshing beverages that go with the meal.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of treat it like that. And so when you say, I want the coffee before the meal or during the meal, that's kind of out of the book for them.
I would understand that for dinner.
Yeah.
Because dinner you typically, but then afterwards they come after the meal and they're like, "Do you want a tea or
No,
coffee?"
in Japan,
But then
if
it's
you order,
only lunch they
no,
do
in
this.
Japan, if you order a coffee during dinner time, they just like start panicking there
Yeah.
and there. They're
Yeah,
like, what?
exactly. Yeah.
They're like,
It's 6 p.m.
They're like, this isn't even on the menu. Where are you ordering from? Why
Like
do you
in
want a coffee now?
So every Italian restaurant I've been to, they always at the end of the meal, you've had your dessert,
Yeah.
or with the dessert order, they're like, "Do you want a tea or coffee?"
Yeah.
Normal. No other time do I ever have a coffee with my meal.
Yes.
So it's only with lunch, and then for some, I get it. It only happens with tea and coffee, and I'm like, just give me it. I've ordered it now. Give me it now. If I want another coffee after I drink my coffee, I'll have that. But,
but that's only you. Because you go through coffee like it's nothing.
But I always tell them as well. Like I always say before, but then sometimes there's like this weird confusion where they're like, oh, okay. Really?
See, because it makes sense in a cafe setting in Japan. Like, if you just go to like a regular cafe in the morning or at lunchtime, and you have a coffee with, say, like a fucking panini or something, or like a small sandwich, right?
Yeah, I always want the coffee. with it.
Then they won't bat an eye. They'll be like, oh yes, of course, you want a coffee with that.
Exactly.
But I think it's this idea of having a full-on sit-down meal and having a coffee with it. That's weird for some reason in Japan. I don't know why.
We drink hot green tea here with our meals, right?
yeah. And like there was another Italian
society. Japanese society.
There's another place that was an Italian place that did lunch things and did the tea and the coffee. And they always asked me, do I want it before or after, or they would just bring it out by after default.
Yeah.
And I always just thought, well, we're eating pasta here. Give me the fucking coffee. Give me that. Come on.
Yeah, Italians are crying right now.
Yeah.
I noticed there's no way as a foreigner to order pizza and not feel like a fucking fat ass. I mean, ordering pizza already you feel like a fucking fat ass, but like in Japan, it's the norm to order pizza to share with everyone.
Yeah.
But me, I'm like, the norm for me is ordering at least one pizza in Japan just for me. And if I'm feeling spicy, I'll order one and share another one with a mate, you know?
Yeah, because like the pizza for one person in Japan is like the size of a large floppy disk. Like it's barely a meal.
Yeah, the large size that they recommend for 3 or 4 people, that's a medium size. I can destroy that easily. If I'm feeling hungry, I need a fucking large size pizza, all right? Yeah.
Did you see that Domino's Pizza went out of business in Italy?
Did it actually?
They left. So I presume. I mean,
they got chased out.
After,
they're like, you're not a real pizza.
They opened 2015, I think, and then they left.
Damn.
Yeah, so
Ripperonis.
Italians apparently didn't want Domino's Pizza.
Wow, what a shocker!
It sucks to have the option gone. You know? Right. It sucks.
Is Olive Garden still around there?
They don't have Olive Garden. Are you kidding me? I think Domino's Pizza was pushing their luck.
Yeah.
Did I have Pizza Hut there? That's a legit question. Yeah.
I would assume not. Maybe Kai can check for us.
Yeah, Kai, is there any American pizza joints in Italy?
I would assume if they do, it'd be like 1 or 2 in the city. You know what I mean? Like that kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah, probably be like finding a Panda Express in China or something like that. Right? I don't know what would the equivalent be. Yeah,
I mean, but when you think about it, it's like it's such a fucking backhanded thing to do, to go all the way to like say Rome, right? And then be like, fuck, man, really want a Domino's right now. It's
I think for a lot of countries, it's kind of banking on the a lot of foreign people and also the ease of it.
Yeah.
It's the familiarity of it, yeah.
And if you order a Domino's pizza, that's just going to be delivered. You know what I mean?
Yes, of
course. You want to call up, you don't have to call up, you can do it online. So, I think they bank a lot of the time on convenience and ease and name brand. So
I mean, part of the, especially with traveling around, I've valued way more now just having big name brands that I recognize. Because of course, you want to go out your comfort zone, you want to try the local cuisine, but sometimes you just want something where you know what to expect.
I love that there's a McDonald's everywhere in the goddamn world.
Exactly.
When the countries are like, we didn't fucking let McDonald's in, I'm like, all right, well, I mean, I would have liked it. But I guess that's my capitalist brain that has been trained to be a slave to Ronald McDonald.
I actually like going to McDonald's in every country just to
It's
taste
cool.
the
I like seeing the menus.
It's one thing that you go to everywhere you go. Just see.
We've been brainwashed so well, haven't we?
Well, no, because to me it's like I know I've been to enough McDonald's in different countries now where I know every McDonald's in every country tastes different.
Yeah.
In some regard.
But it still
tastes... And like I could put like a tier list of like McDonald's of different countries.
It still tastes familiar enough that you can point to something and you're like, okay, I kind of know what this is going to taste like. It's not like going to, it's not like going to a restaurant and ordering something and you're going to get like fucking chicken heart or some stuff, which is a thing that can happen if you're a tourist here in Japan. You just order something and you don't know what you're going to get sometimes.
I mean, I remember, when I went to a McDonald's in France one time, just because I kind of felt like it, and I felt so invigorating when I finally ordered the Royale with cheese. Royale with cheese. Yeah, I was like, it actually says it. I'm like,
do they put mayonnaise on everything, Joey? Can you confirm?
They do. They put mayonnaise on everything, dude.
It's a good moment when you go to McDonald's in America and you realize, wow, this is the worst one.
Oh, absolutely.
This is the worst McDonald's.
Absolutely.
And they made this shit.
I know.
This is why you can never bank on the home of something being the best version of it.